Did you see that? I didn't see anything. You can't prove nothing. Good thing about soap is it dries or you wipe it off and it's all good. A remarkably good razor. I can see why people like it. Now I've shaved with a couple more of my injectors. There's my Persona. Put a new blade in it and did a shave yesterday. Didn't record baby BBS, but wasn't as much fun getting to it. It is rougher on your skin. Now I put that down in the case of the Persona to the, I don't know, something about how they made those heads. The Persona injector, more aggressive, rough shave than my other injectors. The Chic injector that I did record, and I'll put up the video for that if I haven't already. It's sitting there waiting for me to edit. I'd be editing this morning, except I'm going for a swim, which means editing waits till this afternoon after I've gone for a swim. I don't know about you, but after you go for a swim, you rarely feel like doing anything. But hopefully today will be the exception. With the head, you tend to you want to shave like that, and what you have to do is dial it back till it's flat, right? And your pressure, you don't hold it at the angle, which would be like that. You dial it back, and as you shave, the pressure on the head moves the head in contact with your skin. It is a small, necessary adjustment you need to make. Your tendency is to treat it like a gem, where you would be shaving on the angle. What you do is dial it back and glide. And the pressure on your face, see how the head moves in just a fraction? It might be a mil or two, which is the reason why it has the spring for the head. That's what it does. And it's not intuitive because it goes against all your bad habits, all your good habits you had to learn when you went back and started using your vintage shave gear. It is an innovation. By letting the spring determine the amount of pressure to place on your face, you get a very smooth shave. And I've got the sneaking suspicion you probably get more shaves out of it. Holding it at the wrong angle against your face would be like stropping the blade at the wrong angle. It'd probably blunt it quicker. So I think you would extend, and it's an experiment I'm doing, your shaves by adjusting your technique. So again, for those of you that need to understand, your tendency, well, maybe this side. The tendency is to put the blade in at right angles, right? And you don't. You put the blade, okay. The tendency is to shave at right angles, which will cut because you've got contact with the head. What you do is you lay it flat, and the pressure determines the angle and gets you very close. So literally sit the head against your face, right? Head against your face, put that pressure in, and the spring just dials in the angle. When they said they spent $1 million, that may or may not be true, depending on how they accounted for it, but this spring does do something. It has a function. It is necessary for the longevity and closeness of your shaves. So I've just got a little bit, I'm going to go against the grain here. So again, put it flat and glide it along your skin. And it got both those spots. So it isn't a gimmick. That's what I want to point out. It isn't a gimmick. It is an actual innovation. It is an innovation. So put it flat and glide. And a clever one at that. I mean, you know, the guys that did the Mongoose, the Cobra King, the etc. They're all following tried and true designs. Yeah, basically make your own version of something that's already existed. Most DEs are variations of King Gillette's original that he designed 110 years ago. So in DE razoring, we shouldn't knock the OneBlade for being a little bit more expensive, and it's only a little bit more when you think about it. It's down to $250-ish with 15% off if you use Sharpologist's link, and if you get in it and you win a second one, hell, sell the second one, your first one costs you nothing. Now, this must be my 5th shave on the blade, and the only thing I've adapted is I've stopped using it at an angle, and I just use the head and let the spring choose the correct angle on my face. I was watching Geo Fatboy, and he says when you use your Allen, leave it for a minute. The good thing about using it on the rest of your face is it stops you from sweating. Well, it certainly reduces your sweat, and it's still summer here in Queensland. Well, our autumn's turning into summer. Yeah, suddenly you start using your bathroom more than everybody else in the family, and all of a sudden it's your turn to clean the bathroom. It's your fault it's not clean. For those of you that have a good wife, you know, Paul H. What a lucky son of a gun. I mean, his wife has an impeccably clean bathroom, and I bet you $1 it's not because of him. And she does the flower arrangements behind him. I tell you, this woman, it matters not who she is or what she looks like, it's what she does that counts. Good woman. Lucky man, Paul. If you haven't watched Paul H. films on YouTube, you're missing out. He does 2 shaves a week, chats to the camera as if he's talking to you, and I love watching him. And I'm watching Bubba now. He might be called something else, but I think of him as Bubba with his big, black, shaven, bald head. I love it. I love it. That's a lot of real estate he's got to go and keep tickety-boo. Anyway, there we go. Someone asked who does the hair. Well, normally I go to the hairdressers. Tuesdays is the cheap day to go to the barber here. We've got a few like old-fashioned barbers, but under Australian health and safety laws, they can't do all that fancy stuff. Well, at least they've given it up because the extra effort for sterilising between customers and things. Apparently down Maryborough there's a couple of old-fashioned barbers, and one day I'm going to have to go down and go visit them. Go take your camera and record an old-fashioned barber's. That's at least an hour and a half's drive. So it's been on my get round to it list. I'll probably close and reopen and sell 10 times in that time. Another good shave. Again, the difference when you shave is normally you would keep the razor 30-degree angle. In this case, you put it flat. You let the spring take care of the correct angle to shave with. Works fantastic. Your blades last longer. The least effort that you put on cutting, the longer your blade cuts. What happens is, if you shave at an angle, it feels more aggressive, so it feels like you're shaving. It really doesn't feel like it when you're doing it properly. But what you are doing is stropping the blade at the wrong angle and you're blunting it. So there you go. Practice and you learn something. I'm Steve, your Daily Shaver. Remember, good food, good friends, good shaves, amen. And while it's nice to be important, it's more important to be nice. Go forth, wishing you all the best of shaves this weekend. Remember, good shaves and goodbye.